So hey everybody, I've got a bunch of fun stuff out here and we are going to play. So Easter's coming up and I've had this little basket for a while and I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so cute and I thought I would play with it. This came from Canvas Core, and again, all the supplies of what I'm using are going to be down at the bottom, so that way you can click on the links. Just hit the more section and they're also linked on my blog, so make sure you take a look there. So cute little canvas and burlap. Easter basket. It doesn't have to be an Easter basket, but that's what originally came to my mind. And we're going to play with that in a minute. And I wanted to create something that would be kind of cool with this. And I thought, you know what? I always like making things for my kids' teachers. I like giving fun little gifts. And that's where the candy is coming in. But not only that, but we also have a bunch of kids in our area. And I come over and play a lot. And I thought it wouldn't be fun as we got closer to Easter that my kids could pass out something to them. And it would be a decor item for a while. And then we would purge the items from here and pass out to our neighbors and friends. And it would be done. And I would do a whole bunch. And then we could just start pulling the sticks out. So what I have done, and this I did on my computer, and I printed this on a thicker cardstock. This isn't printer paper. It's actually a thicker piece. I want to say, I think this is like 60 weight paper. So it's not super thick, but it's not super thin. And I made all these little tags. Link for this is on my blog, so go down below. There's a link to my blog in the more section, right where all the links for the supplies, and it'll take you to my blog, and from there we'll have a link for a free printable. Now on this one I did say from the Reed family, but on your printable that's going to be gone. Don't worry about it. I'll just say Hoppy Easter. I know it's supposed to be Happy Easter, but I thought it was kind of cute because it said Hoppy, because they're going on bunnies. Little chocolate bunnies. And the reason why these ones all say from the Reed family is because these ones are going to kind of go to teachers. I'm going to make a ton. I got a pack of 12, or 2 packs of 6, or 12 of these little milk chocolate bunnies, and I love the colors. And then I also picked up a whole bunch of little Reese's mini eggs. So we're going to create and have fun. Step 1 is I got all these fonts because I loved these fonts. This is from a company, and this one is called Chandelle. The company is called Font Bundles, and basically they have a set of fonts and you can buy them individually or you get them as a set. This is a set. This is the Font Collection 2. And there is 40 fonts, and not only can you use it with your Word files or whatever you happen to use on your computer if you're a Mac or PC, but it transferred over to my Cricut, and I have the Cricut Explore Air. And when I downloaded it to my computer, basically you open this file and there's a little thing that says save to computer, and it did it automatically. Boom, done. And it transferred automatically to my Cricut. So when I opened up my Cricut Design Studio on my computer, I went to look and there it was. And we're going to play with that in a little bit too. So the first one I used is Chandelle, and I loved the look of that. It's just so cool. It's got this kind of scripty, but it almost looks like it, calligraphy. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm losing my words today. So it looks like it's a little bit of a calligraphy look to it. So step 1, and I'm just going to rough cut this. I need to take some crap off my desk. I got too much stuff. I need to get my scissors, and I'm going to turn these into stickers. So I'm going to trim this up. And again, don't forget, these little printable files will be on my blog. They're free. All you gotta do is hit click and it'll take you to a PDF file that you can then print from. Okay, so this little guy right here is called the Creative Station, and it creates anything into stickers. And I picked the big one. This is the original. There's also a small version light, but I picked this guy because I can stick in an 8.5 by 11. The 8.5 fits in here no problem. All you do is you pop it in. I'm gonna turn it so I can get to my little handle, and you run it through. And when this guy goes pretty much through, I'm going to pop this guy through. And look at that. Can't get any easier than that. You just kind of rub it down and make sure the adhesive is on the back. You pull off the plastic thing on the front. Ta-da! I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to cut them down. So I'm going to, and yes, I'm going to actually keep it on the cutter. And I'm just trimming up the edges here, and I'm going to speed it up, and I'm going to trim each of these so they're individual, still on the sticker. I don't want to take it off yet. All right, for these little guys, I'm just going to use my scissors because it's just one clean cut. I think I can cut a straight line just doing this. So I have a free font bundle to give away. The company was really generous and they decided that they would allow me to have a winner for a free font bundle. So this is for the Font Bundles 2. Retails for $32. And it includes, like I said, 40 fonts, and we're going to get to have one lucky winner who's going to get the font bundle for free. That's pretty awesome. If you were going to buy each of these fonts individually, it would cost over $500, but this deal is, and the special is, it's for $32. The link below to go to this particular font bundle is down in the section that includes all the supplies. So make sure that you click down there, or you can go to my blog, either one. But to get the lucky winner, to chance to win this free font bundle, all I need you to do is leave a comment below that you have shared this. You can share it via Pinterest. You can share it via on your Facebook. You can share it on Instagram. However you want to share it, share out that this is happening, this cute little idea, that there is a free prize, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then make sure that you let me know when you leave your comment that you've shared it and where you shared it to. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. I'm going to take you on your honor that you did share it. You can share it to Google+. Doesn't matter to me. If you found this somewhere else besides YouTube, let's say you found it on another site, share it from there. That'd be great too. Have fun with that. So now that we've created all of our fun stickers, I went to Target and I picked up these skewers. These are the bamboo skewers. I think these was like $1.49, and there's 80 of them in here. I am not making 80 little sticks. So pull off your sticker, it just peels right off and it becomes a sticker. Because it's on cardstock, it's gonna be a little stiffer, a little sturdier. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay this on your skewer, not all the way so you see the stick. You wanna go a little bit like this. So your stick is kind of being embedded within the paper. And then make sure you're putting your bunny on the right way so your bunny's sticking up. And then just stick it down. Your sticker is what's holding your skewer in place. And look, now you have a little stick. Da, da, da. And I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of these, but I am going to show you this guy as well. Now, as time goes on, and before I have my kids pass these out, I'm going to clip them and I'm going to take that little pokey part out because I really don't want my kids taking the pokey part to school. Peel the sticker off. Do the same thing. Back it up. Get it stuck on there. And then stick your little Reese's candy. The reason why this has to be a little bit bigger is because if you did it too small, it wouldn't have enough sticky to hold, because this thing is not light. Even though it's a smaller candy, it's not super duper light. So you need to have a little bit of something to kind of hold it on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish layering all of these guys up. Okay, so all of my little chocolates, and of course I had a couple. I didn't have the big ones, but you know, when you have a bag of little ones sitting right here on your desk, it's hard not to eat them. And so they're all stuck down. I didn't count too well and did way too many of the greens versus other colors. Purple and pink got a little shortchanged. So I'm going to add some more purple to this, but there's a ton of pink on this, so I think we're cool. I tried it out and I really like it. It just adds a little bit of something. So when these are all sitting in the basket, they're going to have a little something else going on to them, and it's super simple. I cut a little bit. I like it because it's still already, it's kind of already twisted. And then flip it over so you're looking at the front side, and then just tie a square knot. It's as simple as that, just to kind of hold it onto the stick. Could you skip this part? Sure. Am I going to do it to little guys? No. You could if you wanted to, if you really, really wanted to go there. I'm doing it to these ones just because, again, it's a little bit something more because we're giving these to the kids' teachers. So it's just a little something else added to this to kind of oomph it up. And again, when it's sitting in the basket, they're going to look super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this through, and therefore you don't have to see me tie a bajillion little ribbons to the bottom of candy on a stick. All right, did you have to use this particular ribbon? No, I mean, God knows I have a bajillion things of ribbons, so anything would work. I will have to say, make sure when you're putting your stickers on, you really kind of go up and down the stick, because the stick's going to want to pull away from these. And also, Don't overhandle them because you will melt the chocolate with your hand. So just keep that in mind. The other thing is when you're doing this particular thing, make sure you're getting something that has a flat side, because if you did a fully rounded one, and truly this is the only one I found that had a flat side that still looked like an egg. All the other ones were full eggs. There's no way to do this without sticking the stick in the egg, and then you've kind of contaminated the chocolate you're giving to your friends. This way, the sticker on the outside is just sticking to the foil and you're good to go. All right, so push all these little guys off to the side, get my basket out, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull my tag off. We're gonna decorate the outside of the basket, but the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to put the inside together. Okay, so I just picked up some styrofoam donuts, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of adhesive. This is my Beacon 3-in-1, and I'm gonna run it along the side of one of the styrofoam pieces, just like this. Like that. And then I'm going to take the other piece and just glue it just to make it a little bit thicker. I just happen to have these in the house. Actually, my mother gave them to me. And I think I'm going to do one other thing to give this some stability is I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in the bottom of this. All right, so what I did is I went ahead and got a piece of just some cardboard. This is just from a box. And I'm sorry if this handle keeps getting in your way. I'm going to try and tuck it over to the side. And I'm placing this inside my basket, just like this. And you're never going to see this because we're going to put a bunch of stuff in this basket as well. But it's just giving the basket a little bit of rigidity. I realized I kind of did a little bit of playing real fast. And one styrofoam ring was not enough. And if you went and got a bigger donut, I just happen to have these on hand. So I'm going to do 3 rings high because this is a pretty deep basket. I mean, this has got some height to it. If you had a shorter basket or a thinner one, a shallower one, I should say, then you don't have to do as many rings. It really is up to you. But I like this because it gives me a little bit more height. Because we're also going to be putting stuff on top to cover up what's there. I even have some little fake grass. So we're going to play with some things. All right, so now we get to add the stuff into the basket. And when you're putting it in, you want to kind of do it on some angles. So of course we're going to do some straight up. And those are going to be your tallest ones. And you want to push through and don't grab from, you can't see that. Don't grab from the top of the candy, grab from the stick, and then just push it in. You got to make sure that you're putting some of the candies in the front. You want to balance this out so that way this doesn't get completely lopsided. And one thing I might do before I go too much further with this, sorry if I just whacked my camera, is I'm going to glue my styrofoam bottle to my, or my styrofoam to my square, I can't even think today, to my cardboard at the bottom to give it even more stability so this thing is not wobbling around. And I probably should let this completely dry, but I'm running out of time before I have to go get my kids from school. And if they come home and see all this candy out, I'm in trouble and I'm not going to have a project left to show you guys because they're going to eat it all. So center this, stick this down. All right, so make sure that these are nice and firm. And I know you're kind of seeing it from a bird's eye view, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and continue to put in my all my chocolates. Some I'm going to angle, and I know you really can't see this, and I'm really sorry. Some I want to angle off the side and kind of look like they're sticking out, and some I may not push in. Oops. See, and if I hit the bottom, I hit the bottom. I'm just going to keep on, and when I put one on one side, I'm going to match it and put it on the other, kind of do a little bit of both ways. And some I might leave a little taller, like that one I'm not going to push in all the way. So I'm going to do the same thing over here and continue to add these in. All right, so I'm noticing that I, of course, because I have a donut, I have all of my candies, and again, I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can tilt this. So look at that. It looks pretty cool so far. But all the candies are starting to just line the outside. I'm doing a pretty good job and it looks pretty good, but there's definitely a hole in the middle because there's a hole in the middle. So I found a styrofoam ball I picked up a long time ago. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right around the rim here. It's a little bigger, so it doesn't quite fit in the hole of the donut, which is fine because it gives it some height. So now I can have some of these. I have 2 left, but then I have all of these little guys here too. So I'm gonna stick this right here in the middle. It'll be nice and firm. Plus it'll kind of fill up my basket a little bit. So when I add in my straw and stuff, it won't look so funny. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of these into this as well to give it something in the middle. A couple with a little more height. So that way they're all being seen at different heights. All right, so there is the beginning of my basket. I'm gonna get a quick picture and throw it up so you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so now I'm down to these little guys, and I'm pretty sure that some of these are gonna be a little too tall because I don't want them to be super tall. I want them to kind of hide into. So for instance, see how this guy's kind of sitting in there like that? Some of them I want to be nice and tall, but some of them I want to be shorter. So I think for a few of these, I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to place them in, and then I'll get another picture for you so you see what it looks like. And all I'm doing to cut them is just taking my wires, and this time I'm going to hang on to the part that falls off. And so you get some shorter sticks, and then just embed them in, again, holding it from the stick part, but not completely hiding them. I want them to be seen and spreading out the colors so that way you can see a little bit of everything. Okay, so I have this little grass stuff here, and I'm going to play with that too, and I'm just going to add this in. You just saw a picture of what it looked like, and I know you really can't use a giant Hershey candy bar right in the middle of the camera. That's a little better. All I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this out and pretty much trying to cover up a lot of the styrofoam that's in there. So I'm just going to place and kind of go around, and I'm hoping I have enough. You know, there's two ways to do this. You could have done this before I put all this in, but then I wouldn't have been able to see where the styrofoam was, or I do it now, and there's really no good way to do the grass. So we're just going to do it this way. All right, so just to kind of show you again, I'm going to tilt this. So here you can see it's on the basket. It's doing it like it is. I'm going to take another picture. All right, so I've set up my everything to be ready to print. It is getting loaded up. My little light is flashing, which means it's ready to go. And here we go. All right, so I've gone through and I've cut, and I already pulled them off the mat, but they pull right off, no problem. And at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take each of your little eggs, and you want 5 to 6 eggs per 3-dimensional egg is what you're going for here. So fold it in half, just like this. Do that for all, and speed it up. And this foil is amazing. It actually has, I'm going to take a little piece. This is one that I messed up on. I didn't line it up correctly. This foil actually has paper on the inside, so it cuts like paper. You do need to put it, when you put it on your mat, a low tack mat, and you need to set it to the paper setting. Once you're done, open them back up. You're basically just using that center line as a guide, and we're going to start layering. You need a little bit of a tacky glue because you only want to put glue on the crease. So I'm just using a little bit of Beacon 3-in-1, and I'm going to take just any egg. They're all the same size, so it doesn't matter. And run a bead of glue right along there and put your first oval down. And then you go to the next one, a little bead of glue, put the next oval down. And this particular paper is called Starry Night. It actually has little stars on it, as you can see, and it is the same color front and back. We do have other foils that are glossy. This is Renia foil, and the back side's a different color, so that's kind of cool too. And these are just some fun little eggs that we're going to throw inside the basket. I've just moved the basket off to the side for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the last one that I did, and I'm going to start flaring it out, and kind of almost go backwards with it, and then start flaring and just opening up the egg and giving it some dimension. And the cool thing about this paper is it stays in whatever shape you want it to be in. So because I'm pulling it, and it's okay if you got a little extra glue in there, you're never going to notice. Once it dries, it's not going to be that noticeable. And now we have a 3-dimensional little egg. Isn't that cool? So there it is. You can kind of see it from all shapes. It's really cool. You could easily do something like this for for Christmas if you want to put a string in the middle of all of it before you put the layers on. But this is just going to rest in our basket. Okay, so now that our basket with all of our candies is complete, it's kind of sitting over here. What I'm going to do now is we've made our eggs, and they're just going to sit, you're going to kind of see them. They're just going to sit just inside here. And if you want to make them kind of sit easier, you can kind of flare them so they have a flat back because you're not really seeing the back of them. And then they just rest right in there. A couple of the things I did. I went through and with the same foil, this is that Rania foil. This one's in blush with gold on the back, but we're not going to see the gold. I just wanted to show the blush part just as a difference. I got lots of bright colors and I wanted a neutral. I want to put the words Happy Easter on here. So I went into the Cricut in the design studio and I took the one of the other fonts from Font Bundles that was in the bundle, and this one I welded together to make the word happy. And it worked no problem. Like I said, all the fonts I downloaded, I stuck on my computer. I can use them in Word, and then I could also use them in my Cricut Design Studio. So that was awesome. I can also use them because I use Movie Maker, which is the Microsoft version of how to make this video that you're seeing and all the editing and stuff. When I go in and I want to add a caption or something to the bottom of my video, the fonts were there too. So it's everywhere. It's so cool. This font is called Cornelia, and it looks like this. Okay, so what I did is I took a piece of white cardstock and I cut it down to just be a little bit bigger than the word because there's no way this is just going to rest on here. And I went ahead and did white because it's a neutral color. There's white in here and I don't want to add even more colors to the basket. So it's just going to rest on here like that. But I'm not too happy with the fact that it's so white. So I'm going to get some ink and we're going to ink the edge. All right, so what I have right here is some Brutus Monroe Surface ink. It's just a rouge color. It's just a pop of something dark. It's just a little something to throw on the edge of this. Just to make a pop. You know what? I really don't like it that severe. So I'm really going to stay right on the edge. You're never going to see the back anyway. You're having two sides of paper. If one side doesn't work, the other side will. Okay, so because this is so intricate, how am I going to lay this on here without it tearing with glue and stuff? I have a little miniature tape runner. This is a 3-inch sticker maker by Xyron. And basically you just kind of put it in here. Get it centered so when you pull, it's not pulling off the side. This is turned into a sticker. Rub it really fast, and when you pull it off, you do need to be careful. Oh look, I inked myself. I gotta be careful not to smear anything now. Okay. So now I have my word happy, and what I need to do is gently peel this off. All right, so inevitably I did end up getting a little smudge of my finger on the paper, but it's okay, it got covered up. It's going to get clipped right here. So I've picked out a whole bunch of little fun clips and we're going to use it for the Easter part as well. And so I picked out some fun clips, and I'll have the link for all the supplies I used down at the bottom. It already came with the pretty colors on there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to clip it to the front. That's it. Simple as that. Ta-da. Let me get a picture up close so you can really see what that looks like. So I went ahead and I cut out the word Easter. So I used the font Advent, but there's also a Venture font. And there's 3 of each, so it's a total of 6. So even though this is considered one of the 40, you actually got 6 with just this set right here. With this one, this is the regular, but then there was also a rough, and then there's also a vintage. And I wouldn't use those to cut with the Cricut because they look like they got little pocket holes. They're kind of roughed up, or vintage looks like it's kind of fading. But that would look really cool printed on something or like on a shirt. Don't forget, you can sign up to win a font bundle. This font bundles too, which include all 40. So this one and the one I did the happy and the ones I did all the little stickers on. All you gotta do at the bottom, make sure you leave a comment that you shared this video or my blog post, either one, somewhere. Share it on Facebook, share it on Pinterest. The giveaway ends on April 6th. Let's do midnight Central Standard Time. So you have until April 6th to leave a comment on my blog or on the video. It has to be left on this video because it's the only place I'm looking for it. That you shared it and that you, that's it. That you shared it. That's it. And where you shared it to. So just make sure April 6th, 2017 by midnight Central Standard Time. And then I will come back and I will announce who the winner is. And that's it. Pretty much once you find out that you're the winner, I just need your email and then I will send it off to the company and they will send you your free font bundle. Super, super simple. Okay, so what I have, now that I've kind of gotten off that little rocking boat, I have cut all of my my letters, my Easter letters, and I'm going to go ahead and run them through here again. All right, so now these are all in stickers, and this little guy turned up, and don't worry about that. It'll work just fine still. I got this banner from Target, and it was in one of those dollar bin sections. It was called craft tags, and it came with a little rope, but I'm not going to put black on this. It just doesn't look right. So I got this green rope, and I just ran it through each of the little holes. I love that they were already there. I've kind of centered each of them, so that way they fit on here nicely. All I'm going to do is I'm going to center all of my letters on my little chipboard here and go all the way across. All right, there we go. Not too worried if they're not perfect, but I'm looking for is nice big bold letters that say Happy Easter. I'm going to take one of my clips and I'm just going to attach. It's kind of hard again with the angle of this camera. I'm going to go to the very, very edge and the corner and attach so you can see the pretty color of the pin sticking up. And then it's going to hang down. I'm going to go to the other corner over here. So I'm just going to kind of show you because you can see this one really easily. When I clip it up, I'm clipping it to the corner and I'm taking my clip and actually clipping it onto the chipboard itself. So when it hangs kind of like a smile going across. And again, I'll show you a picture. Hangs like a smile going across the basket. So just kind of tilt it again. You can kind of see it going on there. When I show you the picture, you'll see a little bit better. And that's it. I mean, all I'm doing is I'm decorating it out, adding some fun, adding some layers, putting a couple of cool tags on here. All of it's removable. That way I could reuse this basket, or once we purged everything out of here, the kids can actually use this as an Easter basket. Instead of Happy Easter, what could you do? You could put a kid's name. You could make a banner. You could clip a few kids' names on here. You can say, please take one. So many things that you could do in terms of what you're labeling. And the easiest way, so that way everything is reusable, is just to clip it on. Super simple. Thanks so much. I'm going to get some really cool pictures and I hope you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment that you have shared this video for a chance to win a free font bundle from Font Bundles. This is Font Bundle 2, Volume 2. It's got 40 bundles. It's usually a $32 value, but you will get it for free if you win. Super simple. Links are down at the bottom if you want to purchase it yourself and for any and all supplies, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.